For months, a quiet panic has been spreading through the inner circles of Silicon Valley, and tech enthusiasts across the United States are waking up to a reality that changes personal computing forever. Because Apple is preparing to launch a machine that defies every traditional law of desktop hardware architecture. A device carrying a name that has dominated rumor forums, supply chain leaks, and creator wishlists for over a year. The legendary and heavily anticipated Apple Mac Mini M5. If you look at the current landscape of desktop computers right now, you realize something extraordinary is happening. Traditional bulky towers are dying out, massive gaming rigs are becoming obsolete for everyday productivity, and the entire industry is pivoting toward ultra-compact, hyper-efficient powerhouses that can fit in the palm of your hand yet outperform multi-thousand-dollar workstations. Right in the center of the seismic shift sits the tiny aluminum footprint of the Mac Mini, a device that has quietly evolved from a budget-friendly entry point into macOS into an absolute monster of professional performance. But what happens when Apple takes the revolutionary architecture of their next-generation silicon, scraps the outdated rules of baseline storage and memory, and engineers a desktop machine so brutally fast, so intelligently optimized for local artificial intelligence workloads, and so shockingly affordable that it completely destroys the competition? That is the exact promise surrounding the Mac Mini M5, a device that has transformed from an expected iterative update into the single most disruptive piece of unreleased consumer hardware on the planet. Think about how fast the modern workflow moves today. Creators, software engineers, video editors, and financial analysts in New York, Los Angeles, and across the globe are demanding absolute zero latency, running massive local language models, rendering multi-stream 8K video, and multitasking across dozens of heavy applications without a single stutter. Yet, while other tech giants struggle to balance power consumption, thermal throttling, and skyrocketing pricing, Apple has been quietly orchestrating a masterclass in chip design, leveraging advanced manufacturing nodes to push performance boundaries further than ever before. Today, we are taking an uncompromising, deep-dive look into the truth behind the Apple Mac Mini M5, dissecting the leaked chip configurations, the brutal reality of the global memory supply chain, the massive graphics leap, and whether waiting for this machine is the smartest move you can make or if you should buy right now. So lock in completely, because once you hear what is actually hiding inside this tiny aluminum chassis, you will never look at desktop computing the same way again. To truly understand why the tech community is losing its collective mind over the upcoming Mac Mini M5, we have to look back at the historical paradigm shift that occurred when Apple transitioned away from Intel and introduced Apple Silicon to the world. A move that permanently altered consumer expectations for what a small form-factor computer could achieve. For years, the desktop market operated under a strict and frustrating law of physics. If you wanted massive processing power, multi-core rendering dominance, and heavy